As the controversy surrounding the PGA Tour and LIV Golf deepens, Donald Trump has dropped his own 2 cents, and boy, he never fails to disappoint. He has completely smacked the living daylights out of the PGA Tour and its organizers. In this video, we'll take a look at exactly what the former president said, his reasons, and any reactions. Stick around till the end because this video promised to be an interesting one. And while at it, don't forget to click the like and subscribe buttons. Okay, let's dive right in. Speaking at the LIV International Series Miami event, which he is playing host, former President of the United States Donald Trump heavily criticized the organizers of the PGA Tour and their decision not to collaborate with LIV. This came shortly after playing 9 holes in the Blue Monster with Jupiter's Brooks Koepka and 9 holes with Sergio Garcia. His foursome, which also featured his son Eric Trump and granddaughter Kai Trump, matched for the lowest score of the day with a 9-under total. In a brief interview with reporters after concluding his rounds, Trump slammed PGA's decision to suspend players who participated in LIV Golf events. In his words, the tour handled it so terribly. Something ought to happen to the folks at the top. It was handled so poorly by them. In addition to having an advantage, they're dealing with excellent people who have boundless resources. They're decent folks with endless resources. Additionally, something may have been resolved quite simply. He added, and the tour made the decision to go stonewall it. As Richard Nixon put it, they didn't fare too well, and as a result of that, as previously said, what they did was detrimental to golf. They might have had something truly amazing. In order to lift prize money, they're now pierced the pension fund, and the pension fund as well as the players are not pleased. It will therefore be quite intriguing. This is a clear indication that Trump thinks PGA Tour Commissioner Jay Monahan and other officials should have met with LIV's golf leaders, including the Public Investment Fund, the Saudi Wealth Fund that is funding the company with $25 million purses for its first 7 events, and a $50 million purse for this week from the team championship. Numerous top players, including Brooks Koepka and Sergio Garcia, the pros in Trump's 18-hole round on Thursday, received guaranteed salaries from the fund as well. LIV's goal has been to challenge what it regards as the PGA's monopoly, enormous prize money, and making relentless efforts to find great talent. It has done so through commercial and cultural means as well, positioning itself as the antithesis of the stuffy and formal version of a sport whose followers have traditionally been wealthy, older males. Responding to Trump's statements, Jay Monahan, the PGA Tour's commissioner, has stated that this is untrue. The tour is not using anyone's pension fund to pay for the increased purses, rather, it's using reserve money as one of its strategies to try to compete with LIV Golf. Monahan also stated that the Tour Championship in August, that the funding for the 12 elevated events, which will see an increased purses of up to $20 million, is coming from a combination of title sponsor funds and tour funds. Trump's statements do not exactly come off as shocking or surprising. LIV Golf has been quite the disruptive force in the golf industry this year, and Trump has been a staunch supporter of them right from its inception. Again, the ex-president also has a sour relationship with the PGA Tour, the PGA of America, and other traditional golf organizations, most of which started with Trump's recent involvement in January 6, 2021 uprising on the US Capitol. The PGA of America withdrew the 2022 PGA Championship from his Bedminster course, and since then, things have even become more oury between them. In his recent interview, he even referred to LIV Golf as big time. He said, "They actually love golf. The Saudis have done a fantastic job. You hear the music, a lot of different things, but this Pro-Am was a lot of fun. And I think they're going to have a really good time." Also helping the cause of LIV is the fact that Trump is a friend of Saudi Arabia. His ties to the country extend beyond commercial dealings with LIV. As a president, he declared that despite the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi, a descendant of the Saudi royal family, the United States supported the kingdom. Golf Week reported that LIV Golf was relying on Jared Kushner, the son-in-law of President Trump, whose investment money received hundreds of millions of dollars in Saudi money, to set up a media deal with Fox Sports through Kushner's friend Lachlan Murdoch, who runs Fox Corp, alongside his father Rupert. LIV has claimed that media coverage of its efforts to secure media rights agreements has been insufficient and incorrect. He recently advised golfers to sign up with LIV in advance of a possible merger with PGA, saying that those who don't grab the money now won't have another opportunity later. He made this assertion in a post on his social media outlet, Truth Social, that all of those players that remain loyal to the extremely disloyal PGA in all of its numerous forms will pay a great price when the inevitable merger with LIV arrives. And you get nothing but a big thank you from PGA officials who are making millions of dollars a year. The former president continued, "You will receive nothing after the merger if you don't take the money now, and you can only gush about how wise the original signers were. Trump might, however, be right on this one. When you consider the fact that LIV is already poaching some of the game's finest players, you'll realize that it's only a matter of time before they become the bigger force. While the PGA Tour has suspended 17 professional golfers, including Phil Mickelson, Andy Ogletree, Ian Poulter, and Dustin Johnson, who had committed to playing the LIV Golf International Series event, some others are leaving on their own volition. A number of golfers, including Sergio Garcia, Brendan Grace, Dustin Johnson, Graham McDowell, Louis Oosthuizen, Charles Schwartzel, and Lee Westwood made an official announcement that they were leaving the PGA Tour even before the commencement of the Saudi-sponsored tour. One of the few players that stayed on, however, is Bryson DeChambeau, who is still a party to LIV's golf case against the tour. He said that out of moral obligation, he's still a plaintiff in the lawsuit and that the tour still owes him a $1.75 million bonus. Much of the public opinion still remains that LIV Golf is engaging in sports washing, a strategy used to divert attention from Saudi Arabia's record on human rights. If that is indeed their plan, they might actually be doing well for themselves. Remember that the LIV Invitational Series Miami gets events started this Friday, and the location is no other than the Trump National Doral Golf Club. This isn't the first time the ex-president is playing host to a LIV Golf event. It's held its 8th and final event of the year at Doral, which had hosted a PGA Tour event from 1962 until 2016, but stopped after failing to find a title sponsor. It then relocated to Mexico. The WGC Mexico Championship was played there before it returned to being a regular tour event this year. Trump said he hoped the PGA Tour had kidnapping insurance when the decision was revealed in 2016 and speculated that it was made for political purposes. Trump was not the Republican nominee at the time the change was revealed. He was instead campaigning for president. In the midst of a challenging legal dispute with the PGA, LIV Golf is concluding its inaugural season this week in Miami. Both leagues have sued one another and are scheduled to appear in court in 2024. The Tour, PGA of America, and other organizations are also being investigated by the Department of Justice for suspected antitrust breaches. The Tour has 3 tournaments left on its schedule before the end of the year, including one this week in Bermuda. Interestingly, Trump also had this to say. And by the way, a lot more guests are arriving, large names. As you're aware, in athletics, the star system is always crucial. Whether it be in sports or elsewhere, they also possess the stars. No one knows how and why he has access to information, but the former president's support is certainly working in favor of the Rebel circuit a lot. We can only watch and see just how many more players will break away from PGA in the coming weeks, and what the future holds for LIV tours and golf in general. There you have it all. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, remember to smash the like and subscribe button so you do not miss out on any of our future updates. Until next time we see each other. Gracias.